Tomorrow we write without permission. Tomorrow, August 13th, write. Write to narrate. A Chicano craft manifesto enters the world. I have been thinking about that phrase all week. Enters the world. A book does not really enter an empty world. It enters a world already crowded with voices, silences, institutions, classrooms, family stories, wounds, books we were given, books we were never given, languages we were told belonged in one room but not another. And some of us entered that world already being corrected. Correct your English. Correct your Spanish. Correct your accent. Correct your history. Correct your anger. Correct your memory. Correct your name. Correct the story until the people who lived it can barely recognize themselves inside it. Write to narrate began as my answer to that correction. Not because craft does not matter. Craft matters enormously. But craft is never innocent. A sentence carries where we have been. A metaphor carries what a family was allowed to remember. A voice carries barrio, kitchen, field, freeway, picket line, classroom, ceremony, joke, insult, tenderness, and all the other places language learned how to survive. No word dances alone. That is one of the convictions beneath this book. We are taught to imagine the writer sitting alone before the page. One mind. One voice. One name printed on the cover. But behind that hand are other hands. The grandmother who told the story differently every time and was somehow telling the truth every time. The father whose sayings became part of the household vocabulary. The workers whose jokes carried a political philosophy nobody bothered to footnote. The auntie who could destroy an entire argument with one raised eyebrow. The people whose names disappeared from the official account while their labor remained inside everything the account described. We write among them. We write because of them. Sometimes we write against what was done to them. That is why I call this book a Chicano craft manifesto. It is not simply a collection of instructions about how to make prettier sentences. It asks a more dangerous question. Who taught us what a proper sentence was supposed to sound like in the first place? And once we hear that question, others begin arriving. Who gets to narrate? Who gets called universal? Whose neighborhood becomes too specific? Whose bilingualism becomes an error? Whose family memory becomes unreliable? Whose anger becomes excessive? Whose history requires another person to explain it before institutions will believe it? And what happens when we stop waiting for those institutions to answer? That is where this book begins. Not with permission. With presence. For me, writing Chicano literature has never meant decorating English with a few Spanish words so the reader can feel that something cultural happened. It means allowing the sentence to carry the world that made it. Sometimes that sentence walks in English. Sometimes Spanish gets in the car without asking. Sometimes Nahuatl is already sitting in the back seat. Sometimes the ancestors are arguing about directions. Sometimes Coyote has stolen the map. Bueno. Now we have a story. The point is not purity. The point is relation. The point is whether the language is alive enough to remember where it came from. Why August 13th? There are dates history tries to close. August 13th is one of them. A date can be taught as an ending. A city fell. A conquest was completed. History moved on. But people did not disappear because somebody wrote the final paragraph. They cooked the next morning. They planted. They carried water. They argued. They loved badly and beautifully. They hid things. They remembered things. They changed languages. They changed names. They survived inside institutions that were supposed to replace them. And they kept narrating. That matters to me. Tomorrow, August 13th, I want to place another sentence against the idea that history ever receives a final version. Right to narrate is for the writer who has been told, your language is too mixed. Your politics are too visible. Your family story is too small. Your history is too complicated. Your humor is inappropriate. Your anger needs editing. Your people require translation. Your sentence does not belong here. I know that room. Many of us know that room. This book says we do not have to spend our literary lives asking that room for another chair. We can build another table. Better yet, sometimes we can spread the potato. Tomorrow the book becomes available. After that, it belongs partly to the readers. That is the frightening and beautiful part. Someone I have never met may underline a sentence. A young writer may argue with me. Someone may recognize a grandmother. Someone may decide I am completely wrong. Good. A manifesto should not produce obedience. It should produce movement. So tomorrow I am not releasing a rulebook. I am placing an offering on the road. Take what feeds you. Argue with what does not. Write in the margin. Correct me where I deserve correction. Carry the sentence somewhere I could not. But do not surrender your right to narrate. We were never waiting for permission. We were waiting for the sentence to remember us. Right to narrate. A Chicano craft manifesto available August 13, 2026. Pre-order on Kindle. https://www.amazon.com/write narrate Chicano Manifesto ebook, DP, B0H96L2FM8 Tez Talks. With Tezozomoc https://tezozomoc.substack.com